Hi, I'm Anthony from ComicsEatingUp.net, and I'm joined tonight by Terry Hockness of HocknessComics.com. Each week we sit down and talk about the new Spec releases and the new releases in general that come out each week, and we give our opinions on what we think is going to be a hot book or a not hot book. Thumbs up, thumbs down on what we like or what we think is going to be a good pick. So Terry, why don't you go ahead and get us started with this week's picks.
Here's all the brand new comic book series debuting for the week of January 18th, 2017. Lots of big releases this week, such as Boom Studios gives us WWE No. 1. There's a bunch of variant covers, $3.99 cover. This could be a potential long-term pick. Boom Studios usually prints enough though, so I don't see this being a surprise hit. And speculators usually don't jump on sports comics that much, but it's got a small chance.
WWE No. 1. We just recently saw a WWE book came out that had a little bit of heat behind it. No. 1 has a couple of good variants, including a wrestling belt variant. I think it's like a one per store. And then there's a Virgin Randy Savage cover. These are going to be the ones to track down. The regular covers, I'm going to give thumbs down to just for the fact that, WWE has had comics out in the past that haven't done so well on the spec market. So if you can find the variants cheap, go for it. The regular covers, there will be a market for it, but I can't see them heating up greatly, so I'm going to give them a thumbs down.
It's a big week for Danger Zone Comics. They have two new series debuting this week, Cougar Cub No. 1, and there's a bunch of variant covers on this one. Danger Zone doesn't heat up too much, so I'm not going to take a chance on this.
Cougar Cub No. 1. This is done by the creators who did Holy which came out a couple of years back. So anyway, the creators of Holy came out with this series called Cougar Cub. It's about a superhero, an older superhero woman who has sex with her superhero sidekick, who's a younger guy. I can't see this going anywhere. I just can't see this being a spec pick, so I'm giving it a thumbs down.
And they also give us Dollface No. 1 and cover A by Dan Mendoza. $4.99 cover price. There is a lot of buzz for this, so it's got a chance, but it's going to have to sell out. So I'm still going to say 50-50 on this one.
Dollface No. 1 is my pick of the week. There's been a lot of buzz behind it, and buzz isn't always a good thing because the more people who are talking about it means the more people are going to pick it up and the bigger the print run. There has been a couple of copies that came out in the past. The Baltimore Retailers Summit variant did well. The local comic shop day variant did well. And the Kickstarter, I don't know if any have hit the eBay yet, but I expect that one to do well. Also, there's a couple of different variants for it. Pick up the one you like.
Dark Horse Comics gives us Angel Season 11 No. 1. Scott Fisher did the cover art for the regular cover, $3.99 cover. It's not going to be a key issue. No reason for this to heat up.
Angel Season 11 No. 1. This is a big pass for me. I'm going to give it a thumbs down. I know there's Buffy fans and Angel fans, but this is so long past either of the TV series ending that I can't see that there's that huge of a market for it. I'm going to give it a thumbs down. It's a pass.
DC Comics gives us Justice League of America The Ray Rebirth No. 1. $2.99 cover. Should be popular. It'll have a pretty decent print run. I can't see this one heating up.
Justice League of America Ray Rebirth No. 1. I always liked the Ray. He was a cool character back in the day. He's kind of outlived his usefulness, so I'm going to give this one a thumbs down.
Commandy Challenge Special, hefty $7.99 cover. This one should be a surprise hit. Print run will probably only be modest due to the hefty cover price. No real reason, though, for this to become a key issue, so I'm going to give this one a thumbs down.
Commandy Challenge Special No. 1. I can't see a lot of people going in on this one. I'm not sure it's going to sell out. I just can't see it being a big spec hit. There's some cool creators working on it, but again, I'm just going to give it a thumbs down.
IDW Publishing gives us a new Angry Birds comic series called Gameplay. And of course, it's not the first Angry Birds series. Again, no reason for this to be a key issue, so thumbs down for me.
Angry Birds Comics Gameplay No. 1. Also a thumbs down for me this week. Angry Birds has been done before. It has never been that huge of a spec pick. But for the most part, this one's a big thumbs down.
And IDW gives us Revolutionaries. A bunch of variant covers. So this one ties into all the big Transformers crossover that they've had for the last few months. The Revolution. So, again, can't see this heating up for any reason, but it probably will sell out. Could go to a second printing.
Revolutionaries No. 1 is the big Mattel tie-in, Transformers, Mask, G.I. Joe. These series have all been done before. Retailers know how many to order. I'm going to give it a thumbs down.
Image Comics has got a big week. Curse Words #1 is a new series, $3.99 cover. Image has been selling out lately, lots of buzz for the titles. That doesn't mean they'll all be instantly a hit, but the chance of it is higher than most publishers. So I'd give this a thumbs up because it's just worth the gamble.
Curse Words #1, Ryan Brown art, love Ryan Brown. Charles Soule is writing again, I love Charles Soule. There's been a lot of buzz behind this one. There's a 1 in 25 that looks good. There's a 1 per store variant that looks good. That's got gold foil on it. It's definitely one to pick up if you can find it, especially on the cheap. The regular covers, definitely buy it. It's going to be a good series. Image has been, they've just been on fire lately. There's no other way to say it. Image has put out hit after hit. So this one's a thumbs up for me.
Few #1 has a $4.99 cover price, so it's also going to sell out, go to second printing. Will it heat up? It's only time will tell if people like this, but heftier cover price, so retailers will probably hold a little bit more back on this one.
Few #1 from Image Comics. Also, it seems like a good story. The art's pretty interesting. I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Image #1s have been on fire lately. God Country last week has been really on fire, so I'm going to give this one a thumbs up. This is one of those books that you don't necessarily have to buy a bunch of copies of. Just know where a bunch of copies are in case it heats up.
Marvel Comics gets all the attention again this week. They've got 2 massively big, ultra-popular, hyped-up variants this week. Gamora #2, 1 in 25 cover. This one's been hyped up for months, and now we finally see it come out. It really is amazing cover artwork.
Gamora #2. The first issue was a good read. The second issue is also going to probably be a good read. There's the Francisco Mattina variant that looks good. I mean, it's a beautiful cover. It's definitely worth picking up if you can find it cheap. It's sold out, and I think it's going for maybe $80 on eBay now. So the Mattina variant, definitely get it if you can find it. The regular cover, if you're a reader, grab it. If you're a Guardians of the Galaxy fan, grab it. Otherwise, this one's going to be a thumbs down. But the Mattina variant, thumbs up.
Marvel also gives us Mighty Captain Marvel #1. Ton of variant covers on this one. Nothing probably too special about this. It's just a relaunch.
Mighty Captain Marvel #1. It's another relaunch from Marvel. Marvel #1s are slow growing. They're worth the pickup. Grab one, throw it in a box. Just let it sit for a while. Captain Marvel has, she played a big role in Civil War II, and she has a movie coming out, so there's that, but this isn't going to be the first appearance that people are going to grab for, but this could see some residual growth over time, both from being a Marvel #1, it will sell out, definitely, and from the movie, potentially, so it's got that going for it. I'll give it a thumbs up.
And Monsters Unleashed #1. This is a 5-issue miniseries. It's been getting lots of buzz for months. Steve McNiven did the regular cover. $4.99 cover price. It's going to get a lot of buzz, but the print run's going to be high unless something important happens in this. The regular covers really don't have any chance of heating up, but probably will sell out. Marvel likes to sell out and go to second printings. Some of the variants could heat up, maybe.
Monsters Unleashed #1. I've got mixed feelings on this one. I'm going to go ahead and just say I'm going to give it a 50-50. It's just another Marvel event series. Those in themselves don't usually heat up. I like the Marvel monster, so I'm going to be picking it up for myself. However, at New York Comic Con, they gave out a set of 4 connecting covers that just haven't done anything. I have not been able to sell those covers since I picked them up. I've just sat on them. So as a spec, thumbs down. As a reader, I'm going to read it, and I'll give that a thumbs up as a read, but thumbs down on the spec side.
For Venom #3, J. Scott Campbell cover, and it's a 1 in 100 ratio cover. Very few stores will have ordered this. Even the speculator dealers were charging, $270 for a copy. There's not going to be many of these. And so, of course, with Venom collectors and J. Scott Campbell collectors, long term, this is a pretty good pick.
Venom #3. Venom has been doing well. The new series has been pretty popular. I just don't see this going anywhere. I'm going to give it a thumbs down just because, as a spec pick, 3rd issue, the series has started. Those who like it are getting it. Those who don't like it are passing on it. I just can't see anybody going crazy for it. There's a J. Scott Campbell 1 in 100 cover. That's a beast of a cover. The asking price on eBay right now is just a few $100s. I think Midtown Comics has a copy on sale for like $175 or something. So it's going to be a beast to find. However, it's a pass. If you can find the J. Scott Campbell cover cheap, grab it. If not, pass.
And Valiant Entertainment gives us Divinity 3, Aric, Son of the Revolution #1. A ton of variant covers on this one, as always, from Valiant. $3.99. Lots of buzz, though. This has been a popular series. It's the third. It's a part of this trinity of the Divinity series. So should be lots of interest. Only the rare variants are likely to heat up, though. Regular covers don't really have a chance, though the print runs will be fairly small.
Divinity 3, Aric, Son of the Revolution #1. I've been really enjoying Divinity 3, this whole retelling of history from the Russian perspective if they had taken over. It's been a great read. Not sure that these spin-off books are going to do anything, so I'll give them a thumbs down for Spec, thumbs up for Reader. Terry, do you want to wrap us up?
And that's it for our picks for this week. Let us know what you think. Leave us some comments. We'd love to get people, giving more of their opinions. If you disagree or, whatever with our thoughts. Notice that sometimes we even disagree. So, anyway, we've had a lot of fun doing these videos together, so we want to thank you guys for watching, and we hope to see you next week.